me. You can't do that, officer, because I called for your supervisor. I have my license. What is the reason I'm getting out?
To give you information. I told you
I didn't refuse. I asked.
Now you're resisting.
I haven't refused. I asked to speak to your supervisor.
Get out.
Sir, I feel uncomfortable. Please get your supervisor.
I don't give a
Don't touch me.
I said get out.
Please stop it. Why are you being like this? This is how y'all really are? Please stop. This is all on tape. Please stop.
Get out of the car.
Please don't hurt me. Why are you doing this? No, sir.
I'm telling you, get out.
I'm telling you that this is not lawful. Oh my God, that's not lawful, sir.
Get out.
That's not lawful.
Get out.
If he was pulled over for speeding, why didn't the cop just tell him, hey, I'm pulling you over for speeding? I've been pulled over for speeding more often than I would like to admit. And the first thing the cop asks me is, do you know why I'm pulling you over? And sometimes I play dumb, but as I got older, I'm like, yeah, I was speeding. But that's the first thing they're supposed to tell you. Why is that an offensive question? You're a public servant. As a public servant, you should be ready and willing to answer questions, especially when the person you just pulled over is asking you as politely and calmly as humanly possible.
I'm honestly afraid to get out. Can I
you should be. Get out now.
I have not committed any crimes.
You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest you're being detained, okay? You're being detained for
a traffic violation. I do not have to get out the vehicle. You haven't even told me why I'm being stopped.
About 2 to 3 minutes in, Officer Crocker tried to open the driver's door. In his report, he wrote, quote, when I attempted to unlock and open the driver's door, the driver assaulted myself by striking my hand away and pulled away from Officer Gutierrez's grip. But in his own body camera footage, Nazario is not seen striking anyone. Crocker's report also says that at this point, Gutierrez, quote, gave several more commands to comply with orders or he would be sprayed with his OC spray. But no such warnings could be heard. Gutierrez just sprayed Nazario, still without either officer having told Nazario what exactly he was pulled over for.
That's up. That's
the car now.
I don't even want to reach for my seatbelt. Can you
take your seatbelt off and get out of the car? You made this way more difficult than it had to be. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me
on the ground now.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on? Why am I being treated like this? Why?
You're not cooperating. Get on the ground.
Watching the video, I had read the headline. I knew he hadn't been killed, but I was so worried that something worse was gonna happen to him because they kept saying, put your hands out the window and get out of the car. Well, if your seatbelt is buckled, you can't have your hands outside the window and get out of the car. You just can't. And you saw that play out later in the video, and you guys saw some of that in the portions that we played, right? And so and I remember a story we covered where in that case it was a white guy in a hotel room, and the cops had him crawling around on the floor, and they kept giving him contradictory orders. And when he followed one but not the other because he couldn't do both at the same time, they shot him dead, right? So that's why I was so worried for this guy.
All right, time to get out of the car.
I'm not getting out. I just told you I'm a paraplegic. I cannot get out.
I do not want to have to. I do not want to have to.
Can you call your white shirt, please?
I will.
If you pull me out of here, you better expect.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna pull you out, and then I'll call a white shirt because you're getting out of the car. That's not an option. You're getting out of this car, so you can cooperate and get out of the car, or I will drag you out of the car. Do you see your two options here?
I know I got right.
Sir?
I would like for you to call your white shirt.
I will when I'm done. Get out of the car.
Come on, bro.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Listen.
Get out of the car.
I am a paraplegic, bro. You can hurt me.
Get out of the car.
You can hurt me, bro.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
What are y'all doing, bro?
Dude, you're making this work.
I'm a paraplegic, bro. I'm trying to tell you that I got help getting in the car. Y'all can hurt me. They can hurt me.
Get out of the car.
Bro, I'm a paraplegic.
Get out. You have to get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Somebody help. Somebody help.
He knows that he's been stopped. All he wants is someone who apparently understands that you cannot ask a paraplegic to step out of a vehicle. That doesn't make any sense, and that dragging them out, including by their hair, perhaps makes even less. And they would not do that. It wasn't just that they were gonna get him out of that car, but they were gonna get him out on their timeline if they had to literally drag him out and throw him on the street.
Yeah, so first let's get rid of the distraction. The first thing they always do is he innocent or not? It's irrelevant. Even if, first of all, they found no drugs or weapons on his car. But even if they had, that's not how we should be detaining people in America. So it doesn't mean you let him go. We have to say this 1,000 times, even though it's so obvious. It means you're patient, you call in other people who can do it, you have him under surveillance if you're seriously concerned about him, right? And then you do it the right way. But in America, violence is the only answer for the police.